Tabitha, where are you? What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Say hello. Say hello. You see the kitten? She's so fine. She's rubbing the screen with her head. Just give you a little update here on the forms. I think they got both these just about ready to pour. They did make a little mistake on this beam over here, and from that corner down they didn't keep their height up and they let it drop. We're gonna have to touch that up, but we had to shim these beams for now. It's a minor thing, nothing too big, but definitely don't know why they didn't fill it the whole way from the beginning. It's very important for those top speed level. So anyway, that's the story on that. Right now, got these first two done. Got some conduit going down inside. Yeah, you're gonna do it like that, or you need to put a split one? Huh? As long as your spacing's right. If you recheck these spaces since we messed with all that. Yeah, just a little bit of time getting the first one set up, and then the rest of them will go a lot easier. Kind of a little learning curve, different how we've been doing other things, building this reusable form, and it all should work out good. So this is going to get poured a little later in the day than what we normally are hoping to do. Somehow we're going to have to change the rhythm. So is that ready now? Huh? Yeah, to hold it up. Oh, yeah. So put support across. You can just do one on both of them at the same time, all the way across right there. We'll start out pouring water in those forms. What mix they do on that concrete? 1, 2, 3? Okay. So there they are, down to maybe 1 pail, maybe a pail and a half. We'll see here, and he'll get it topped off. Then he can let that rest for a while, and then later they can pull some of that bamboo after it firms, where he can dress it up a little bit on top. That ought to work. So There it is, first two of many. Back to carnivore living. Yeah, short ribs, bacon, and eggs. Nothing else with it. And some coffee with whole milk. Back to the carnivore living. It's effective. It's immediately effective. I've slacked off before, fell off the wagon, and I'm back on it and already feeling a positive effect again. Well, the first two beams are fully poured and they've been curing. I'll tell you what, this is one day later after our last video. We decided to not pull the forms today. And the reason being is that these two are our longest span ones across. Well, there'll be one more after that. And then they get in narrow there, so it'll be a little less critical. And then there'll be some long ones back over there on the other side again, but still not as long as this one is. So we decided to let these cure just a little longer before we pulled it apart. So it's been a day now since they've been poured. Maybe about 27, 28 hours now since they've been poured. And by tomorrow morning, what we're going to look at, maybe another 30, maybe 38 hours or something by the time we would pull it apart or something like that. I'm just kind of guessing 38, 40 hours, something like that. Probably about 40 hours. So I feel a bit more confident then. And then what we're going to do is peel the form and immediately put a brace back up underneath it. Like we have there in the middle now, shim it up for the thickness of that plywood underneath there. Be a, we're taking a 1/2 inch out, we'll put a 1/2 inch piece of plywood on that down there and gain it back, shove it right back in there. So that is the plan. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll move on and set for the next one. So most likely tomorrow we'll pour two more. Now this is going to be a little bit of a slow process doing these, and we know that. That is the status on that. So today we really cleaned up a lot of material right over here today. It's just, we cleaned out a lot. For somebody that's been here, know that pile was really huge with bamboo and different materials. And let me tell you what's happening with it. So we have two nipa huts out at the beach, and the one really has never been finished, just big open roof, sand floor. And we're taking all of those scraps and making a skirt around it. That skirt we can backfill in there against it a little bit more, build the sand just a little higher against waves when typhoon season returns. And we want to get some benches built in it. There's no seating or nothing in there. If you take a chair out there, like a plastic chair, it's just going to sink in the sand. So, and we don't want to be toting chairs and stuff out there. So what we're doing is we're cleaning that bamboo up by absorbing it into finish out on that cabin. That way it got a use here. It's got a use several times. It's got a use over here, building over here. Then it's had a use now over here being with more building. And now it's getting its final use by being cut up and put in out there at the beach, skirting around that nipa hut, that Bayakubo out at the beach. So that's what's happening with that. And then all of our extra binder, which is like this flat kind of plastic-like cord that you tie everything together with. Thus it's called a binder, because you're binding everything together. One of the kids at the beach shouting at me. He hey boys. It'll get used out there also. We've used a whole bunch of it today that we had underneath there when we poured all of this beam, and over at these other places, and that plastic binder of using that now to tie that bamboo. That stuff's strong and it lasts a pretty good amount of time. And so that was a big win. Then the next thing is we got rid of a lot of small blocks of cocoa lumber. It's got chopped up smaller and smaller. The boys had bagged some of it up a while back, and I told them not to take it yet. And they didn't know why I was saying, you know, not take it yet, like I'm being greedy. Because, of course, they want to use it for firewood. But the reason being is because I knew that there's a good use for it coming off. And so I don't think in the moment, I always think ahead. I'm always thinking, you know, 10, 100 steps ahead, you know. And so it is our fiesta time. Fiesta and our barangay here in our city. And it's coming off here pretty soon, and we're hosting the fiesta here on our property for the family this year. One of my nieces out there, kids waving. So we'll be using a lot of that to cook with. There's native dishes and stuff they like to cook. Sorry, I keep having to wave. This group of young girls and my niece's friends and just neighborhood kids. They're such sweethearts. So I gave part of that away to Mok, that they'll have firewood to cook with for their dishes over with his family for fiesta. They're so excited to get that. The boys, individual brothers of Melinda, they're not going to need to cook over there at their houses because we're doing a combined fiesta with the whole family instead of doing something over there next door and here both. We're combining it together along with Melinda's sister and brother-in-law over in Negros. So we're going to be burning a whole bunch of those short little cocoa lumber blocks up of cooking dishes, and we got a lechin and stuff's going to be cooked for fiesta here at our place. So that's really going to clean it up. And my focus too out there is because fiesta's coming off. That's another reason I want to get seating and benches and stuff put in immediately in that other Baiacubo and make it useful. It's just a gain every which way, and I'm always repurposing everything to the last drop.
Aja, angan.
May isa pa yan po rin. Sa may tukod.
There you go. It's coming.
Okay. Ah, balik nito ko na pre.
Beautiful.
Return.
Taiwan na sa lumak.
Beautiful.
Sayang pag may tumay. Balik ko muna ka matapag dito. Lalo ko lang magutok.
Yo, barulyo. Okay.
Very nice.
Super good.
Tap it back. There you go. Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. That is nice. About to pull this other form here. Go ahead and get it moved down. There it goes. Come out here, Marvin. Catch it on the ground out here. Then we're gonna carry it down there to that white column. Okay, come take this bamboo out right here, knock it out. And then we're gonna put it right back. Just knock it out first right there. Those screws you just dumped out. All right, it should come down. Kind of pull down the bottom of that plywood. Yeah, it's loose now. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go ahead and tap that end off right there real quick. We wouldn't want it to fall and hit anybody in the head either. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very nice. Happy for that. All right. So I'm going to put this down just for a minute. I'm going to help them lift this one in right here. Well, they got this one formed and ready. And we got this one over here formed and almost ready. They're doing some finishing touches on it right now. We've got a viewer to the channel here right now, Martin, that from Vancouver. He's here right now, and got some of his wife's family and all here. There's a young guy here with him from Finland also, and they're all hanging out there at the beach right now, and hanging out and chatting with us and talking to Melinda. Nice people, and I appreciate, if you're watching this, Martin, I appreciate your support and you coming out by here and visit us and all. Yeah, pretty cool. He's thinking about building, and he's got some good, sensible questions, and straight shooter talking. I really appreciate talking to him too. Here's some music. G-Li is practicing upstairs up there right now. They're doing their dance step routines right now, practicing where she's in that pageant and all coming up for our fiesta. Boy, those first two look great, man. All we gotta do is just clean up just a little bit on them. Man. Yep, it's coming right along. So we got several different things to do. So my neighbor that lives right there on the side of the bamboo fence in that little house, he's made all of the moldings here everywhere on everything, all that precast as you call it, all around on top of these columns here, everything. And he's making all of them for all of this right now. I've already made the deal with him, already gave him a down payment, as he calls, an advance, and he's on it right now. Plus I loaned him some money a while back, about, I don't know, about 4,000 pesos I think, and I just told him not to worry about paying me back until this work here came along, and we just deducted all this work. And he didn't bump the price on me either. He still gave me the same fair price he always does. So what I mean by that is he could have like tried to jump the price higher to make what he owes, you know, not hit so hard. But he's fair and honest. He's a great guy. He's a good neighbor, and appreciate him. Thank you so much, Martin. Sure can. I'll be right down there.
When we were younger, we used to sit on the grass among the flowers. We just let the days pass by. People would tell us to get a grip of ourselves and get a job. We didn't care what we were told, 'cause when we were younger, we used to sit on the grass and go, damn, I don't wanna grow old. I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace. We didn't mind sitting out in the cold. It was impossible to make us embarrassed. We were free. Do you remember stealing smokes from your parents? Sometimes we got a bit out of control. When they found out we ran from home just to scare them, we were free. When we were 17. When we got older, we tried to stay in touch, but we had to move on. Life ran away from us. If I could go back, be 17 again, yeah I would, just to see all my friends running around the city acting crazy like we used to do. I wish I could turn back time. Stay up all night singing songs on the terrace.